the next word is ilah. Ilah has several meanings, but one meaning is with. Okay. So when they are alone with, when these hypocrites are alone with some people, some other people, and the word Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is using, shayatinihim. Okay, so let's look at this word. This starts with sheen, ta, and noon. These are the root letters of the word shatana, sheen, ta, and noon. And this means to be evil or to be bad. Someone who is bad, evil person, we use the word sheen, ta, and noon. Okay. And we know the word shaitan. Shaitan. What is actually shaitanun? Means evil person or evil. Being. Someone who is very evil, someone who is very bad. Okay. We call him shaitan. Okay.
With shaitans, ilah shayatin.
Yeah.
Shaitan.
This is I'm coming to that. Okay. So if it is one person, it is shaitan. Its plural is shayateen. Shayateen is the plural. Shayatinun is evil people. Shaitan is for one person, and shayatinun or shaitanun and shayatinun is for the plural. Okay. And whom means there. So if you combine these two, you will not pronounce two dhammas, one. It will be shayatino hum. Shayatino hum. They are evil people. The word is shayatino hum. They are evil people. Okay? So I have to write this because there is one more change that will take place. So the word is Shayati and as I said, these two last words are like that. Shayatinun became shayatino. One dhamma is gone. And hum is like this, hum, right? Okay. Now, what will happen? Ilah, the word ilah is a harf-e-jar. What harf-e-jar does, it looks at the last letter, and if it finds a dhamma, it changes to a kasra. So this dhamma will become a kasra. So now you will pronounce shayatini, not shayatino anymore. Okay? Then the next change that takes place for the recitation or tajweed, we also pronounce this dhamma as a kasra to be easy on the tongue. So this is also pronounced as shayatinihim. Okay, so we don't pronounce these two dhammas here. We pronounce shayatinihim. That's the word in the Quran. Ila shayatinihim. If ilah was not there, then this word will remain shayatinohum. both dhammas will remain there. Because of the ila, the sound becomes the kasra sound. So you will pronounce ila shayatinihim. When they meet, when they are alone with their evil people. Okay, so that's the meaning of this one. When they are alone, the hypocrites are alone with their friends, with their families, with other people who are evil people. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that ila shayatinihim, with their evil people. Okay. So first they met the believers and they told the believers we believed. Then they met with their own people who are evil people, who are bad people. So next word is qalu. Same word qalu, they said. Now this time they said to the bad people, the evil people. Something else. They said. The hypocrites said. Okay. What did they say? Something different. To the believers they said we believed. But when they went back to their own people, they said, Inna ma'akum. So let's look at these words. Okay. So the word is inna plus na. Okay. Inna means surely. And na means we. Okay. So this word is inna and this word is na. Okay. When we read these together, these two words, we do not pronounce the shadda. We say inna. Okay, so this is together written as inna, like this. Inna means surely we. Okay. So they are telling these people that surely we. Next word is ma'a plus kum. Ma'a means with and kum means you. With you. Ma'akum, when you read together, ma'akum, with you. Surely we are with you. We can put an R here in English to make a sentence. So hypocrites said to their friends, to their own shayateen, we are definitely with you. We are surely with you.
Absolutely great.
We are definitely, surely with you. Okay? The next word is innama. Innama has one meaning. Innama means only. There is one meaning here. Innama, only. Okay, exclusively, only. Okay. And nahanu means we. Nahanu Means we. So they are saying only we. Okay. Now let's look at the next word because that's important what they are saying. Okay. So this next word starts with ha, za, and alif or hamza. Haza. Haza means to laugh. Haza means to laugh. Okay. So this is simple 3 letters. Okay. So we are going to make a bigger word from these 3 letters, and one example is that, I'll give you an example. One way is that if we have the word ghafara, it is made of ghain, fa, and ra. Ghafara. This means to forgive. Okay? If from this simple ghafara, we make a word which we use all the time by putting 3 letters in front of it, alif, sin, and ta. Ista. Okay? So now the word will be istaghfara. Istaghfara means to ask forgiveness. Ghafara means to forgive. Istaghfara means to ask forgiveness. So when we say astaghfirullah, we are asking Allah to forgive. When we are saying Allah is Ghafoor, He forgives. Okay? So that is the difference between Ghafara and Istaghfara. Okay? Both have the common word Ghafara in them, but in one case, one who is forgiving. In the second case, it's one who is asking for forgiveness. So that's the difference. So in Arabic, by adding few letters to the original 3 letters, we make bigger words. They're called bab, different babs. So here we will do the same thing. Okay? We are going to add here ist in the beginning. Is. And these letters we will keep there. Okay? And this will be is tahza. Tahza. Istahza. You know the meaning of that. It's a Farsi word. To laugh at. Istahza. To make fun of someone. To joke with someone.
Istihza.
Istihza.
You are reading the same word from Arabic to
Arabic and Farsi and Urdu, this is common word in all 3 languages. Istahza means to laugh at someone, to joke, to make fun, to make fun of someone. Okay? So this word is written as, together, Istahza. And together it is written as actually this way. Istahza. And the meaning is to laugh at or to mock or to make fun. Or to joke. There are so many words for that. If you are laughing at someone, you are insulting someone, you are making fun of someone, that is istahza. Okay. Haza means just to simply laugh. There is nothing wrong in laughing. But when you laugh at somebody else, that is istahza. So that is the word istahza. Okay? Now, if I put a meme in the beginning, and the word will be mustahzi'un. Mustahzi'un is a person who laughs at others. Like when you have a salaha and you say musleh, by putting a meme become a person. Fasada, mufsid. Salaha, musleh. So when by putting the meme in the beginning, we make a person. In Arabic, like fasada means to spread corruption, right? If you put a meme in the beginning, it becomes mufsid. Mufsid is a person who is corrupting. Okay? So we are doing the same thing. We are just putting a meme in the beginning and remove the alif. So it becomes mustahzi'un. Mustahzi'un is a person who laughs at others, who jokes, who makes fun of others, who does mockery of other people. Okay? One person. And its plural is mustahzi'un. Okay? It's like Muslim is one person, Muslimun is the plural. So you put a waw and noon at the end, it becomes the plural. So what they are saying? They are saying, Innama nahnu mustahzi'un. We are only those who are just joking around with the believers. So munafiqeen, when they come back to their own people, they are saying to them, we are with you. Surely we are with you. We were just joking with those believers. We were just making fun of them. We were laughing at them. Okay, but when they actually met the believers, they said, we believed. But when they went back to their own people, they said, we were just mocking with them. We were laughing at them.
Is this the story of Bani Nadir?
What's that?
The story of Bani Nadir?
It is quite a few, yeah. So the meaning is that we were mocking or laughing at with the believers. Okay, so they're lying. They're lying, they're deceiving the believers by saying to them that we are believing, going back to their own friends and people, they say, no, we were just making fun, or we were mocking, we were joking with them. Okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not lie. This is a very clear hypocrisy. This is the munafiqat. Okay? And this is trying to hurt other people and cheating and disbelieving and deceiving everybody.